Welcome back to Maximum Play. What the fuck was that? That was so weird. If you haven't caught what happened in the last episode, here you go. Just click on the last episode. But, that was fucking strange. Basically what happened was I fell at the bottom of the level and it just kept going. I was in the bottom of the level and it didn't trigger a game over, which was really weird. I have no idea how that happens. But I guess I just discovered a glitch or something. I don't know if I can replicate it again. I bet somebody already has discovered it and like whatever. I'm just fascinated. I'm fascinated by this shit. I'm also fascinated by what things can be discovered years later in an old game. The developers haven't intended. That's interesting. My favorite speedrunner X did this Y thing. Insert funny meme here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tired. No, I did not want to do that! Motherfucker! Now I got a game over. Or too bad, or whatever. Too bad for you, asshole. Did the GameCube have a CPU fan? I'm really curious, did it? I like how immediately a cutscene triggers there. By the way, I also have another thing to say. If you were watching the Glover playthrough and you noticed some sound sync issues, I tried to fix them when I was editing it, but there was obviously some sound sync issues with the final game, so I learned to, like, make that not happen again. It was something with the frame rates, I'm not sure. Like, the comp didn't match the frame rate or whatever of the actual recording, so I fixed it. That was my bad on my part. Walmart, I don't care what things are on sale there. I keep getting these stupid notifications on there. By the way, I know this is pretty late to say, but that Amazon Go thing was interesting. And I talked to a bunch of people at work saying how it's like, it's gonna ruin our jobs, bullshit, you know? That's the thing with humanity. We have a way to adapt to our situations in a way. We have been, and we had to make do with what we got, so people like to immediately assume that this is like the worst thing that has ever happened to the history of mankind all the time. Like self-driving cars, I've never seen so much backlash to something so amazing. Do I need Yoshi? Do I really need Yoshi? I'm not sure. I'm gonna look around some more. If I really need Yoshi, that's a bitch. That's a bitch and a half. I like when I ground pound, it gives me the same amount of force to go up. But where am I getting Yoshi, though? Do I really need to get Yoshi? That's really weird. Whatever, screw it. Let's see what else is over. I'm just exploring right now. Mario looks like a fucking bootleg. I don't know what made me say that. When he was like climbing around and stuff, he looked like a freaking bootleg. Ah, shit. No, 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 no. Fuck off. Fuck off! Mario, do you not see the fucking area there? You saw where he went? That's some bullshit. That's ridiculous. This is the part of the game where it's now becoming really hard. At least I got a one up there. This is the part of the game where all hell is gonna break loose. And what makes it so notoriously being a hard Mario game. But yeah, self-driving cars. I like that idea, but everyone's fucking bitching about it, and they assume that, oh, because of this invention, we're gonna lose everything. We're gonna lose our jobs. We're gonna lose to the robots. I'm sure that when scientists and people are developing this technology, they're aware. They're aware that the Terminator and the Matrix movies existed. I bet a lot of those scientists were fans of those movies too, and they just assume that. See, robots and AI, they were made by corruptible people, like in the Matrix and stuff. In the Matrix, it was like about robots, like with them totally taking advantage of the fact that they, like humans used them for labor and shit, while they enjoyed the easy life. And there was a kid, like if, this was in the Animatrix, but there was a good episode made by Production IG. If you don't know who they are, watch Ghost in the Shell and you'll see how good their credentials are. But anyway, they made an episode where, if you don't know this, or don't know about the Matrix origins, it goes like this. In the future, we made robots to do whatever we want. And one incident happened where a robot went out and killed its master, and this was seen as the point where robots are gaining a consciousness, or like their own thought, and humanity's like, no, we can't have that. And who knows what would happen if that happened with other robots. So humanity decided to destroy every single robot and make a pile of rubble and send the rest to a part of the world. No, I didn't know if they sent them. I forgot. It's been so long since I watched it, but afterwards, the robots made their own civilization called 01. I think that's what it was called. I don't, like I said, I don't remember, but they made a city, and they began making their own shit, and basically was better than anything humans can produce, because, you know, they're robots. They can work effortlessly and entirely without rest or anything like that, and all the experience they had, like, making shit for the humans. Basically, their economy rose, their stocks rose, all this shit that made them successful. Then what happened was humanity was like, fuck this, we're gonna kill all of them. So they declare war against the robots, and they try to destroy them, but they somehow keep coming back, and they have a final initiative called, I think it's called Operation Black Sun. Like I said, I'm just trying to remember what I remember from watching this. I used to watch the Animatrix all the time. It was so cool. Yay, I got my flood back. Hell yeah. I didn't know what the hell that was. It was just sort of there. Now. Cool. Hey, man. Thanks a bundle. I saved you? But you're in the middle of a fucking lava thing. What the hell? What a weird thing. Anyway, I guess this will be an extra long episode. I usually do these before I check out. But, I think this is the part where I go to Bowser, right? 50 stars? No, I guess not. I think it's 60. Let me explore around the town a bit, actually. But Operation Black Sun, of course, was that they took a whole bunch of bombers and darkened the entire Earth's sky where it was completely black because they figured out that, oh, robots can work effortlessly because they use solar power. They use the power of the sun. So they basically wiped out the sun. Not really wiped it out in general terms, but they pretty much darkened the sky to the point where they thought the robots couldn't attack anymore. But to their surprise, this is where the influence of the movie comes in. But to their surprise, when the human troops go in and try to kill them, the robots were prepared and used the humans as batteries because that was the whole thing with them. That was the point of the Matrix when Neo found out that the humans were... Let's go in here. Welcome, welcome. I suppose you're here. Look, it's a Tanuki. Where are your balls? Yes. Give me a shine sprite. I spent all my blue coins just to get some shine sprites. That's funny. But anyway, they darkened the sky, and what happened was the robots gained all the humans and used them as batteries. Put them in these little gel pods or whatever they are. They look like insects, the humanoid insect monsters, and they collected all the humans that were still alive and put them in these chambers so that they can use them as power from now on, since they blocked out the sun. And then, to the dismay, the robot collective won, and regrettably the humans had to sign a treaty, and they pretty much annihilated the East Coast with a massive bomb. And that's how the Matrix got started. Because of one person, because of one overreaction thinking that all robots were bad, and all the humans tried to kill them, basically. All because of our selfish desires of wanting autonomous units to do our bidding. Now, here's the thing that gets me. When people assume that all technology is bad. I have to make sure the chain chomp takes a bath. Aren't like autonomous vehicles like self-driving cars? They're like, they do so much testing on that, and I'm sure that they have to figure out the legal reasons. I don't know. People assume that that scientists and technology guys who do this shit are dumb as fuck. And I'm like, how did they get this far then? I don't know, it's just sort of weird like that. Wow, that's a frame rate drop. I know that, Flood. Stop giving me hints. But to me, it's like, you know, I'm sure they have our, like, that's the reason why they made this technology in the first place, so that they can make human lives easier, and if they were dumb, they wouldn't be in that position anyway. Like, Elon Musk, he's doing some great shit. Like, the fucking, like, research he's doing it's incredible. But people assume that it's always gonna be, like, a bad thing, like, you're signing some sort of contract with the devil, like, I forgot what it was. It's like, you do something good, and by the law of equivalent exchange, you have to put something in as an exchange, like your fucking soul or something. Like, what? This is such a good thing. I love the fact that self-driving cars. Because for one, I don't like finding a parking space every time I go to work. And second, I like the fact that there would be less driving hazards, you know? Is it in here? Yeah, it is. Like, less driving hazards, there would be less drunk driving. Less human error, because by the point that we have self-driving cars as a norm, we won't need any traffic intersections, stoplights, stop signs, anything like that, because self-driving cars won't need that. It's like when I worked at it's like when I worked at this warehouse and they used like, there you go. They used robots to get around and like make sure that the pods are fine and stuff, but they were all self-automated. They knew where each other were, and they never crashed unless it's by human error. So the fucking self-driving car is such a good idea, and people assume, oh, it's not gonna work. How is it? Like, they ask all these stupid dumbass questions. Like, fucking, it looks so cool. It's such a neat invention, so unique, and yet you fuckers always have to assume the worst. Just fucking... Seriously? This is such a good idea. And I assure you, they probably figured out all the bad things that go along with it, too. And so they work around that, you know? I just don't understand it. I just don't understand why people can't accept the fact that this is such a good thing. Anyways, next time at Maximum Play, I think I'm gonna get over my head in this one. Bye.